Hey Doodle Pop, will you sit with me for a second? Cool, thanks. I wanted to share a nighttime ritual that I have been doing for a very long time, and sometimes I fall off the bandwagon a little bit, especially when life gets really hard and I get in a really tough place mentally, as we all do. You know, we're human. But it is one practice that I know that I can come back to and that I can trust in. If I stick to it, it's profound in terms of reconnecting me back to myself, in terms of really igniting self-love and self-compassion, and not only, you know, learning to love and accept my depth, but also my surface, my body, my vessel. I am someone who has struggled severely my entire life with, you know, body dysmorphia and just hating the entirety of who I am, from my surface to my depth. I don't want to live my entire life like that. I don't want to one day be on my deathbed and reflect on my life and be like, damn, I spent my whole entire life hating who I was, hating my body, being so cruel to myself, when this is home. This is home. This is the vessel that is going to carry me throughout my entire experience on this planet. This is the one sure thing that I have, is me in this body. And if I can't establish a grounded, solid relationship and a loving, compassionate relationship with this, you know, and I know it's possible because I've had fleeting moments of very much so feeling it. And it is through these types of practices that I have found it. And if you have watched me for a while, or if you know me at all, you know how highly I speak of mirror work. You know how, you know that I had a mirror work program that I put out. You know I have hosted mirror work workshops, and it is the most profound practice. It is the most difficult practice, the most uncomfortable, the most profound. And if you're like, count me out, I don't want to do mirror work, then I encourage you to start this not in front of the mirror. Start this practice not in front of the mirror, and just work your way to feeling comfortable doing it in front of the mirror. And this is just a simple but profound, gentle, loving, intentional practice that I do nightly to just implement some loving, compassionate time with myself, to speak love over my body, to speak love over myself, to untangle the programming that has just been so deeply embedded in me, as it has all of us, whether it's how we were raised, what we were surrounded with, how we were spoken to, you know, by family, friends, relationships we've been in, society. Like, we are so deeply conditioned and programmed to dislike ourselves, to hate ourselves, to constantly think that there is something wrong with us. Everywhere we look, there is something telling us that there is something wrong with us, that there is something that needs to be fixed. And I invite you to, in this moment, simmer in the fact that maybe there's nothing that needs to be fixed. Maybe in this moment you are just fucking right. You're just right. And what if, just for a moment, we can just love and accept who we are, this home, this vessel, this precious, precious body that has all these intricate moving parts that effortlessly keep us alive and functioning every single day without us having to do anything. Our heart beats and our lungs breathe. What? And you don't even have to do anything. And you get to wake up every single day and live and love and be alive. And is life really hard and scary and terrifying and uncertain? God, yeah, now more than ever, now more than ever. But that is all the more reason to connect to yourself and to your vessel and to your worth and to your power like never before. Now is the time more than ever to reclaim everything that has been stripped from us. It is time now more than ever to unravel and dismantle the programming that has kept us so deeply disconnected from ourselves, from our vessels. And so in this practice, I like to use my favorite serum from Head Plant, as always. Will always be Head Plant. You will always hear me talk about Head Plant. So I invite you to, if you want to do this with me, grab your favorite serum, lotion, anything, whatever you have. And even if you don't have anything, just your hands are enough. And generally I do this in front of the mirror. And if you don't feel comfortable to do that, that's okay. And I invite you to do this with me. And prior to actually applying the serum, I like to take my clothes off. And intentionally, I strip away all of the programming and beliefs and ideas that don't belong to me, that don't serve me. And it's like an act of stripping away all of these things that don't serve me. And this allows this blank canvas on these beautiful vessels that carry this life force, that carry this soul, this life that we are, so that we can then apply the serum or the lotion or whatever that we have, paired with affirmations on this blank canvas, calling in and speaking love over ourselves. So pause me if you need to, grab your serum, grab your lotion, and I have some affirmations for us to speak over ourselves as we do this sacred intentional practice, because we are so worthy. And if you're like so uncomfortable even just with intentionally touching your body, start with just your arms, because I know that's a thing. I was so uncomfortable, even like I used to just rush even just putting lotion on, or sometimes I wouldn't even do that at all, just because I was so deeply disconnected and uncomfortable even just touching my own body. So if that's the case, start with your hands. Just start with your hands, and that's okay. And then the next time, maybe work up your forearms, work up your arms, then to your chest, and be patient and gentle with yourself. This is not a time to be hard on yourself, to be cruel to yourself. Gentle, loving, compassionate, whatever that looks like, at your own pace is perfect and just right. So, our first affirmation, as we apply our serum or our lotion: this body is mine, and I cherish it. This body is mine, and I cherish it. My hands hold the power to heal, soothe, and honor me. My hands hold the power to heal, soothe, and honor me. And I feel myself almost trying to rush. I catch myself trying to rush. And I invite you to slow down. Be intentional. You are worth the time. You are worth the space. You are worth this moment. Which brings me to my next affirmation. I'm allowed to take up space, to be seen, to be felt, and to be loved. I am allowed to take up space, to be seen, to be felt, to be loved. This is not just skin. This is home, and I care for it deeply. This is not just skin. This is home, and I care for it deeply. I am here. I am whole. I am worthy. I am here. I am whole. I am worthy. You matter so much. You matter so much. You are so worthy taking the time to devote intention and love into yourself, to your body, to your mind, to your heart. And it just takes just a few moments. Just a few moments. And the more that you do this, the more that you look forward to it, and the more that you can expand on it, and the more comfortable that you will get touching your own body, seeing your own body, loving your own body. And over time, it will start to replace all of the old programming and the old beliefs and the old thoughts and feelings and ideas of how you used to see and feel about yourself and your body. And that's where healing begins. You know, we can't wait for the day that we love ourselves to start doing these practices, because the truth is then we'll never do them. This is how we learn to love ourselves again. This is the journey to that, is by doing this even on the days, especially on the days that we feel the most disconnected. So, if you're still here with me, thank you for joining me. Most importantly, thank you for showing up for yourself in this way. And even if it was deeply uncomfortable and you're like, oh my God, thank you for showing up for yourself. Thank yourself for showing up for you. And keep doing it, even if just a little bit at a time, because you are worthy. You are so worthy. You are so